Well, we're at the Fleetwood Country Cruising, but we're not out on the show field. We're in, I don't know what you call this thing. It's like the DJ trailer, right? We're with Ken Chaplin, and you are the DJ at the Fleetwood show every year. You do the car show circuit. What do you call this, I guess, memory thing on wheels?
I call it my portable man cave. When you live in a second-story condo, where do you put everything? So I bought this old 1964 trailer, gutted it, and brought all my memorabilia from local racing and rock and roll throughout the years that I've been involved with.
Yeah, and I mean, it is like history on wheels, really. You do a lot of different car shows. You're kind of the voice of area car shows here in London, Ontario, southwestern Ontario, and everybody kind of knows who you are. Not everybody has had the privilege of coming inside to see all of the signatures, the autographs, the photographs, things that you've collected. Where did all this start?
Well, it just started because I was collecting stuff. People would give me stuff, and since I built the trailer, stuff has come out of the woodworks. Like Ronnie Box brought me all of Earl Ross's, who won Rookie of the Year at NASCAR in '71. His coats, his jackets, their suits that they wore at the races. And then another fella brought me both newspapers from when Dale Earnhardt was killed the morning after. And they're in mint shape. They'd never been opened. He had them sent to him. He put them in a box and forgot about them. So he brought them to me at Cruize night.
So you've always been into racing and old cars?
Yes, I have. My dad was the original announcer at Delaware Speedway. So I've been hanging around the tracks since I was about 8 years old.
Wow. And when I look around in here, a lot of the memorabilia, the autographs, come from celebrities, and a lot of them have been right here at the Fleetwood Country Cruising Car Show at the Plunkett Estate. I mean, there's Candy Clark behind us. Who else do you have in here?
Well, we got all of the Dukes. We got George Barris, a couple that haven't been. Well, Lou Christie was here. Actually, the only one that hasn't been here is up here on the roof, and that would be Johnny Cash. And I met Johnny Cash years ago. I was traveling with a band doing their light and sound, and we were at the London Gardens. I was tearing down. I was as close as we are, but down 3 feet when he proposed to June Carter at the London Gardens. That's one of my fondest memories.
Yeah, I think that the movie that they made depicting his life, his biography, they actually had that moment recreated in the film. So it was a milestone moment for Johnny Cash.
Oh, definitely, but they didn't have the right look of the Gardens. They had a big studio, one down in the States, but it was right here in London when it was the London Gardens.
And I look at all of the pictures, you know, from the Beach Boys to, you know, George Barris, as you mentioned, Batmobile designer. The list of celebrities that you've met just goes on and on and on. So, I mean, this place is just full of memories.
Well, that's what we built it, because a lot of guys say, I have this stuff, but it's sitting in my basement in a box. And I said, well, I'll put it on display, and stuff has just been showing up every day.
So, how did you get involved with doing, I guess, announcing and playing the music at all the car shows?
Originally, I played it at a roller rink when the family ran Skateland, and I got asked to come out and do it at a car show, and that's back when we were playing vinyl. I've been doing it for over 42 years now.
Cruize. Don't forget that we open up 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you had a great time here, please tell your friends. If you haven't, tell your enemies so they can come and suffer along with you. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Is the playlist always the same?
No, it's not always the same. Like today I switched it up and got into a little bit of 70s and 80s because they're celebrating the 3rd generation Corvette here at this show, so some of the younger ones here with them. But normally when you got over 10,000 CDs, you can mix the whole thing up quite a bit. Throw a little country in, throw a little 60s, 70s in, and just keep them going.
I guess you must have noticed that the demographics are changing a bit in the old car hobby. You see 3 Corvettes now, instead of 50s, 60s music, we're including 70s and even 80s music, which is now considered retro.
Yeah, it blows my mind when somebody says, can you play that old song from the 90s or the 1000s? And I turn, that's not an old song, but to them it is.
Yeah. So I guess it's important to keep these memories alive because you have a lot of people that you've met over the years. Some of them have passed on now, and you're trying to share this with everybody.
Yeah, I got at least 6 in the trailer here that I've met that have passed on.
Tell me about the outside, because over here you have like some drag racing stuff and some other celebrities.
Yes, on the driver's side, there's a tribute to to American Graffiti when we had them up here, and then on this front half, I've got back through my roller skating days and stuff like that, and then I have a whole thing of nostalgia drag race pictures. Across the front, we have a lot of the celebrities that have been here. And then we got on this side, we got a bunch more. Then on the back corner, we got the full complete map of Jesse's Journeys Walk, because that's another charity I've been involved with since day one.
Yeah, which is to raise money for muscular dystrophy research.
Yes, we're right now, after 22 years, Jesse's Journey's given $1.3 million to research, and they are now doing human trials. They've found a cure, they just got to keep it in the body, and that's one thing that keeps me going.
Wow. Great achievement, and a great trailer. I mean, every time I walk by and I see what you've done here, and it just kind of blows me away. There's so much, and when I start looking around, it brings back a lot of memories for me too. You know, all the things that I saw when I was a kid and remember from when I was young, and even stuff in the last few years that I've seen happen at car shows.
Read the poster here from 1955, the menu.
From the Woolworth department store, I remember they used to have the sort of the diner there, right, with the long lunch counter,
yeah.
Right? So you could get a bacon and tomato sandwich for 50 cents. Yeah, you know, I was outside at the car show and looking at the ice cream, and it was $3.75 for a single scoop of ice cream. $3.75. I just about had a heart attack without even eating the ice cream.
Banana split.
How much is the banana split? 25 cents for the whole split.
Yeah.
That'd be what? At least 3 scoops of ice cream?
Oh, 3 scoops, banana, 3 different flavors, toppings.
So this goes back to what,
55.
1955. Okay.
And this is something I've never seen before. A friend of mine that passed away gave them to me.
Collector.
They are actually Coca-Cola trading cards.
Do you have any idea how old those are?
They're from, I'm told, the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got, move this first. There's the 4.
Well, you know, really, it makes sense because everything Coca-Cola is collectible.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, it really literally is.
Well, I talked to a guy today, and he worked for Coke all his life. Never seen him. Ozzy'd been there all his life, worked for Coke, and never seen the collector cards.
Yeah, I've never seen them. I've never seen them either.
No, they're just something new. A good friend of mine, unfortunately, lost to a heart attack, and when his widow was cleaning the basement out to move, she found all kinds of stuff, and she said, "Do you want it?" Yeah, then I took all his car parts and sold them at the swap meet for her. Yep.
Well, Ken, thank you so much for sharing the trailer with us. If you're out at any of the car shows in the London region, because you're not just in London, you do all the towns around London, Ontario, and southwestern Ontario. If you're out at any of those events, come look up Ken or just listen for him, because he's on the PA systems playing the music and making the announcements. And if you're lucky, maybe he'll let you take a quick peek inside his trailer.
Oh, the trailer's always open if I'm there, and it's being towed by my 1974 GMC pickup, the same color. So, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Ken.
Anytime.
It's a privilege. Spring is here, and that means stormy skies, slick roads, but no matter the weather, it's driving weather. Goodyear is here to help your car grip when the roads get wet. Right now at Cottingham Tire, enjoy mail-in rebates up to $120 plus up to 250 air miles bonus miles on sets of 4 select Goodyear or Dunlop tires. Hurry! Offer ends June 15th.
Hi, I'm Jake Cottingham from Cottingham Tire, serving the community for over 100 years. Come visit us at 13 Mill Street West in Tilbury, or join us at our new location at 189 Talbot Street West in Leamington, or visit our website at cottinghamtire.com.
New spring styles have arrived at Gold Coast Fashions. Fresh colors, exciting new patterns. Express yourself with business and casual wear from one of the region's most unique fashion boutiques. Gold Coast Fashions, Southern Ontario's fashion destination in beautiful downtown Chatham and Wallaceburg. Visit goldcoastfashions.ca.
Want to save up to 40% on your next car? Learn how with Insurance Claim Auto Auctions, Canada-wide with worldwide shipping. StarkAutoSales.com, a better way to buy a car, in person or online.